Jody took me out today. On an adventure, so I was told. What a joy it was to wave goodbye to Sydney Stretch and Boppity Boo the bear and their endless debates about whether paws are better than feet. It started off well. She put me in my favourite dress, the one with the kitty faces on it, and even brought out the new set of wheels. I thought we were going to sit in a nice quiet spot in the park and relax over a bit of lunch. But no, just another series of humiliations. First of all, she parks me up in what can only be described as the devil's playground. Absolute bedlam. And then she abandons me to take to the swings. She eventually bounds back over, and I think we're in for a little respite when she takes out refreshments from my day bag. I think for once she's prepared. And I notice I have a brand new bottle, and it's full of lovely milk. Heaven. So she puts this thing in my mouth and tips it up, and the whole thing empties, but nothing comes out. She tips it back up and it fills up again. She tries it again and the same thing happens. Where's the fucking milk? She finds this hilarious. Meanwhile, I'm parched. Then she takes out a carton of Ribena and guzzles it down in front of me. Does she offer me any? Does she bugger? No, she has her fill, then just tosses it to the ground when she spots a ladybird, and it's left seeping out all over the astroturf. It's like she does it to spite me. No, I'm just left with the magic bottle. Oh, and just when I think it can't get any worse, who rocks up? Only her little friend Beyonce with tiny bloody Tim. Of all the... He's a dirty little so-and-so. She found him 3 weeks ago, looking sorry for himself in Oxfam. He's got black marks on his legs, and his willy has been chewed. Don't ask. Oh, they think we're the best of friends. They even sat him on my knee at one particularly low point. And as if that wasn't humiliating enough, Beyonce yanks me out of my pram and starts unbuttoning my dress. I just close my eyes and wait for it to be over. And the next thing you know, Tim is being cavorted around in my best ensemble, cardigan and all, and I'm being squeezed into his dungarees. Quite roughly, I might add. She's always been a bully, that Beyonce. My knees don't bend, so I'm just praying Jody will intervene, because denim's usually a no-no. But no, not today. Tim can't even bear to look at me, understandably. I think this hell will soon be over, but then out of nowhere the girls decide to race each other to the slide, as if they've never seen the fucking thing before, and they just casually slim me and poor Timmy down to the ground. We have to lie there in a heap for half an hour, which in doll years is a decade. It will haunt me to this day to think where my face landed, especially since Tim was no longer wearing any trousers. Tiny? I don't think so. And then, to complete this day of horror, the girls come gambling back over with their newfound comrade, Daisy, who's proudly clutching a little bag. They untangle me and Tim, praise the Lord, and then prop us up, and then this Daisy opens said bag and starts taking out these curious-looking tools and starts lining them up on the grass. Then she instructs Jody and Bay to select their weapon of choice. I'm desperate to look at Tim to see if he's wet himself, but my neck doesn't move sideways. And then the trio of torturers each take turns to strike us. And I think, what have I ever done to deserve this? Oh, I just feel sorry for poor Timmy. I know he's been subjected to some things in his life, but never this level of degradation. I have vague recollections of something similar happening to me once before, but my head is made of plastic, so it's difficult to know what's real. Needless to say, the barbarity goes on for an interminable length, and in the end a crowd of sugar-frenzied dwarfs have gathered, and I feel like the hottest attraction at the freak show. Fortunately, salvation comes just as I'm about to be passed around their clammy little hands as Jodie gets called in for her 4 p.m. nap. And so I'm wheeled off, only looking back briefly to see Timmy being thrown to the vultures. It's a sad day, and I wonder how long the psychological damage will be for the both of us. Indeed, I'm not sure poor Timmy will ever recover. I'm just waiting now for Jodie to rouse from her slumber. Because if she doesn't wash this shit off my face before those judgmental bastards Sydney Stretch and Bobbity Boo the Bear see me, much to my reluctance, I'm just going to have to press my tummy and give it the old